Though many of us may not know what a circadian rhythm is, circadian rhythm exists in all forms of organisms. The circadian rhythm makes flowers open and close at the right time. It prevents nocturnal animals to venture out of their abodes during the daytime to prevent them from falling prey to predators. It is only the human race which considers it fair game to go against the diktats of nature. Young people do not value sleep. They feel that besides many theories of why people need sleep, the only reason why they go to sleep is to charge their phones. The older generations valued the sun cycle for sleep. Their sleeping and waking habits were dictated by the sun. They slept slightly after dusk and woke up at the crack of dawn. And they never woke up the same day they hit the bed. But with changing lifestyles, increasingly I consult with patients who have hair loss. And when I inquire about the sleeping habits, most of them sleep at 2 a.m. There are some people who sleep at dawn. And these are not people who are engaged in night shifts. It's their choice to sleep late. These night owls, if we may call them so, feel that they are more productive, more creative late at night. Also, peer pressure makes them stay awake till late at night. So I do not have to go far to seek the answer to the question which many young men who suffer from hair loss ask me, "Doctor, when none of my family members, none of my grandparents had baldness at this young age, why am I suffering from baldness?" Poor sleep is known to be a great stressor, and going to bed at unearthly hours is even worse. Of course, you are not going to have marked hair loss if you do not carry the androgenetic alopecia or baldness gene. But some amount of hair will be lost, and this will also cause you great anguish. In this video, I'm going to discuss the circadian rhythm and how desynchronization of the circadian rhythm causes hair loss, why it causes hair loss, besides other bodily malfunctions. The body generates internal rhythms that oscillate autonomously, synchronizing and regulating many bodily functions, one of which is hormonal homeostasis. Endocrinal rhythms and circadian rhythm are tightly interrelated. The pathophysiological consequences of desynchronization of this clock or the circadian rhythm has been widely accepted. The consequences are on various bodily functions, including hair loss. Circadian rhythms are closely associated with day and night, while other influences like temperature, social activity, and exercise may also give inputs to the body, but sunlight exerts the most powerful influence on the circadian rhythm. The term circadian is derived from the Latin term circa diem, which means around the day. Circadian rhythms are part of the body's 24-hour cycle, the internal clock running in the background all the time, which regulates bodily functions and optimizes them. One of the most important and well-known circadian rhythms is the sleep-wake cycle. The circadian rhythms throughout the body are connected to a master clock, sometimes referred to as the circadian pacemaker, and which is located in the brain. Specifically, it is located in the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or the SCN, located in the part of the brain referred to as the hypothalamus. At different times of the day, clock genes in this SCN send signals throughout the body to regulate body processes. The SCN is highly sensitive to light, and this is the most important external cue. When people talk about the circadian rhythm, it is most commonly the sleep-wake cycle they are referring to. This cycle is one of the most clear and critical examples of the importance of circadian rhythms. During daytime, light exposure causes this biological clock to send signals to keep the body alert and to keep us awake and active. As night falls, this master clock initiates the body to manufacture melatonin. Melatonin promotes sleep and then keeps transmitting signals that help us stay asleep throughout the night. While this sleep-awake cycle is one of the most important circadian rhythms, this 24-hour internal clock plays a vital role in regulating metabolism, mental health, including the risk of developing psychiatric illnesses. There are indications that circadian rhythms have an important influence on the immune system as well as the processes of DNA repair that is involved in preventing cancer. In this way, our circadian rhythm aligns our sleep and wakefulness with day and night to create a stable cycle of restorative rest that enables increased daytime activity and restoration and renewal of body cells and systems. Several hormones are known to have daily fluctuations, and the most well-known are melatonin, cortisol, gonadal hormones, prolactin, thyroid hormones, and growth hormone. The so-called nutrient-sensitive hormones like insulin, leptin, ghrelin, and adiponectin also oscillate on a circadian basis. Amongst all the glucocorticoid hormones, cortisol is the best characterized from a circadian point of view. In humans, cortisol production usually increases during the night and shows a peak in the early morning between 7 to 8 am. In this way, setting an endocrine balance for the stress associated with waking. Jet lag and the resulting sleep desynchronization is known to increase cortisol levels in the body. Jet lag disorder refers to a person crossing several time zones in a short period of time. And this is experienced by people who routinely take intercontinental flights. Until a patient's circadian rhythm acclimatizes to that of the new location where he arrives, to the day and night cycle of the new location, he is likely to suffer from sleep disorders and fatigue from jet lag. And if this is a regular phenomenon, he is likely to suffer from hair loss, besides other serious problems as well. Similarly, shift work, our 24/7 work obligation, working through the night and sleeping during the day. This can cause major disruptions in the circadian rhythm of an individual, leading to the shift work disorder. And thirdly, unregulated social lifestyles, causing sleep deprivation, sleep debt, and circadian deregulation. So what actually happens when the circadian rhythm goes out of sync? It gets desynchronized. Circadian misalignment by inducing sleep deficiency, sympathovagal and hormonal imbalances, inflammation, impaired glucose metabolism, and dysregulated cellular cycles leads to a range of medical conditions, including obesity, metabolic disorders, type 2 diabetes mellitus, gastrointestinal dysfunction, compromised immune function, cardiovascular disease, excessive sleepiness, mood and social disorders, increased risk to cancer, and of course, hair loss. So to end the talk, sleep causes hair loss in two ways. Melatonin is a hormone which regulates sleep and causes hair growth. While sleep has a direct impact on the human body's natural hormones, poor sleep reduces the amount of melatonin, thereby causing hair loss. And secondly, lack of sleep stresses people. This psychological stress response initiates telogen effluvium. Stress causes the hair follicles to fall into an early resting phase, followed by a period of hair loss which occurs earlier than normal in the hair cycle. Fortunately, in most of these people who stay up late or are workaholics, and when they return to normal way of life, hair loss that they have suffered can be overcome. Hair will grow back. Once the cortisol levels are restored to normal, the body exits the survival mode and the hair cycle returns to normal just like other bodily functions. Habits like smoking, excessive consumption of alcohol, and sedentary habits that may have arisen as a consequence of shift work or frequent transmeridian flights further aggravates the problem. So it's very complex. So this is about the importance of sleep, the importance of sleeping at the right time and waking at the right time, because that's how nature has made your body. Not following the circadian rhythm leads to extensive hair loss in patients who have the baldness gene. And I'm not talking about other bodily functions, the risk of cancer, the risk of mental disease. So I hope you got the message and sleep at the right time, wake up at the right time. This will help you to de-stress your body. And if you have any questions, any doubts in your mind, please leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll be very happy to answer. God bless you.